Hey guys, it's Bobby Hughes with Hollow Point Defensive Shooters, and this video is part of the Winchester 1906 project. Today I'm going to be showing you guys some tips and pointers and giving you some information on polishing, sanding and polishing your parts and prepping them for bluing. Sanding and prepping and polishing is vital to getting that beautiful bluing that we all look for in a beautiful handgun or rifle or whatever we're working on. So it's important to be sure and polish and get out all of the pitting and all that stuff on our old parts. So what I'm about to do is show you guys a short little video on some tips and techniques to help you get those parts polished up. Now there's some different tricks and techniques that you can use. Alright, for the real rough stuff, the stuff that's got some big pitting in it, you can hit it with some bigger grain sandpaper, and if that doesn't work, some lower grain, I guess you could say, sandpaper, if that doesn't work, then you can always use a file and just file it off, alright, and work it on the file. And a little tip for you to keep a steady spot to work on is use a block of wood and lay your file on it. And do it just like that. Or you can use the block of wood to steady it, and we can use a file to file some of that down. What you're going to need is some cloth back abrasive paper. We're going to start with a 120 grit, and then we're going to go up to a 180 grit. Alright, and then after that, we'll probably hit it with some 220 grit and finish it off, okay? But I'm just going to give you some little tips here for polishing your trigger up. We're going to use our block of wood, just like I showed you with the file, alright? We're going to lay our sandpaper right on the block of wood, and then we can take our piece, whatever small piece we're working on, and you just lay it down on it. Let me see if I can move my hand out of the way there so you can see it. And we're just going to sand it just like that. Alright, now once you've finished with your 120, you can see it's a lot brighter now already. Alright, once you finish with your 120, you'll move to your 180 and continue the process. Alright, once you finish with the 180 grit, then we're going to go ahead and move up to the 220 grit. Alright, now you can take a little bit of steel wool, just rub it off now. Once you get the sanding done, take some steel wool to it, hit it just a little bit with some steel wool, and then degrease it. And basically, what we started with looked, see if we can see a color difference here. What we started with looked something like this. And then when you get finished, you get something like this. So just using those steps with the different grains of paper, and you can see the finish on that is pretty good. And if you want, like what I might do, since I'm thinking about leaving the trigger just polished, is I'll hit it with a buffer wheel and some jeweler's wax or jeweler's polish, and it'll just make it shine, and it puts a nice little protective coat on it. But you can see that that's the process for doing small parts. For bigger parts, obviously, like this one, when I was doing this one, I would stick this in a vise, and then I would take my paper across the top of it and work it like a shoe shine motion. The same way we would do the barrel. Alright, so that's just some little tips for you on polishing small parts.